Championship Drive, who's in? This is our committee for this week. Heather Dinich, Brad Edwards, Danny Cannell, Joe Schad, Ahmad Namverk. And this is the consensus. This is the 4-team playoff that we have come up with as it stands right now. Mississippi State followed by Florida State, Ole Miss, and Auburn. And the first two out would be Alabama and the Oregon Ducks. Heather, what do you make of the final playoff that we've come up with?
This was exactly the same that I had my order in. To me, the most difficult thing was who's number 4? And I picked Auburn because I think they have the best win against K-State on the road. I think it looks even better after this weekend.
Mine was very close to that, and I'm kind of with Heather. Like, you could have put the top 3 in any order. I wouldn't have a problem with it. You could go 4 all the way up to maybe 13, and I wouldn't have an issue, except for a few head-to-head instances. Outside of that, I think they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah, with 300 feet, it's no offense to Marshall.
Yeah,
but with 300 feet, it's fairly easy on the top 3. The 4 spot, I was a little surprised, not more consideration to Oregon. And because we're supposed to take into consideration injuries on the field. This team was completely different when they lost to Arizona. For that reason, I had them in my 4 spot. But really, I'm with you, Brad. You know, 4 through 11, 12, you could make a really strong case for a lot of those teams.
I think we had the right 4 teams in there. I suspect I might be the only individual who actually put Florida State first. You know, I reassess this every week, and last week I thought Mississippi State deserved to be number 1. And even though it wasn't a dominating performance from Florida State, I felt that added enough to their resume, coupled with wins against Clemson and Oklahoma State, and we can debate just the merits of those opponents, and I'm sure we will more. But I think until they are knocked off that perch, they deserve to be back at number 1.
And we shall see. And part of the conversation that will continue is how far does Notre Dame fall? For some, it helps their credibility. The fact they almost beat Florida State and Tallahassee, perhaps for others, it hurts them because at the end of the day, they did lose the game. For all the latest, you can find us on ESPN.com.